For a long time, I felt so frustrated with my body. I didn't understand why my skin wouldn't clear up. I didn't understand why I had painful periods every month. I didn't understand why I felt so tired so often. And I found myself asking the same question over and over again. Why is this happening to me? When you're struggling with something for a long time, it's easy to feel like your body is working against you, like it's betraying you, like it's failing you. And that is how I felt, especially when I looked in the mirror and saw acne every single day. I didn't want acne. I didn't want painful periods. I didn't want stress affecting my health. I just wanted my body to cooperate. I wanted it to do what I thought it was supposed to do. But now I see things differently. I don't think my body was working against me. I don't think my body was trying to hurt me. I think it was trying to communicate with me. For a long time, I believed I was simply born this way, prone to acne, prone to painful periods, and maybe there is nothing I could do about it. After all, if you believe something is just part of who you are, you stop questioning it. You stop getting curious. You simply accept it. And for years, that's how I thought about my symptoms. I thought, this is just my body. This is just how I am. But looking back now, I see things differently. I still believe we are all born with different strengths and weaknesses. But I no longer believe my body was randomly working against me. And I no longer believe my symptoms were my destiny. I think my body was giving me information, signals, signs that something needed more attention. My sleep, my stress, my environment, my lifestyle, my food, the way I was treating myself. The more attention I paid, the more things began to improve. And that is when I realized something important. I stopped seeing my symptoms as my destiny, and I started to seeing them as information. For years, I focused on getting rid of symptoms. The acne, the periods pain, the exhaustion. And of course, it's normal to want relief. I still do. But now I think symptoms can sometimes tell us something important. If my body could talk, I wonder what it would have said. Wasn't it so easy if your body could talk to you? Maybe it would have said, slow down, get some rest, pay more attention to what you're eating. Something needs to change. Instead, I kept pushing through, working, stressing, ignoring how I felt, thinking everything was normal, thinking I was fine, I was healthy. And eventually my body got louder. The signs became harder to ignore, not because my body was my enemy, but because it needed my attention. I think one of the biggest time of my life, biggest shift was when I was diagnosed with endometriosis. I could not ignore my body anymore. I kept ignoring my body, my symptoms for 2 years until I was diagnosed with endometriosis. And one of the biggest shifts in my healing journey happened when I stopped asking, how do I make these symptoms disappear? And started asking, why are they here? What can I do to improve these symptoms? That doesn't mean every symptom has a simple answer, and it doesn't mean we shouldn't seek treatment or medical help. But for me, it meant becoming curious instead of angry. I started paying attention to things I used to ignore. My stress, my sleep, my energy, my cycle, my environment, the food I was eating, how I actually felt day to day. And the more I paid attention, the more I realized something. That my body wasn't trying to ruin my life. It was trying to protect me in the only way it knew how. Today, I still don't have all the answers, but I no longer see my body as something I needs to fight. I see it as something I need to understand. And honestly, that mindset change has been one of the most healing part of this journey, because healing became much easier when I stopped treating my body like the enemy and started treating like a friend that was trying to help me. Looking back, I spent years asking, why is my body doing this to me? Now I find myself asking, what is my body trying to tell me? And that question changed everything. So do not ignore the signs your body is trying to tell you.